Hello everyone, and welcome to the Brickformula review of LEGO set 4436 Patrol Car. It has 97 pieces for ages 5 to 12, and it's from the City series, and this set retails for $11.99. And I would like to give a shout out to Zachary Heflin, because he's the subscriber who had requested that I review this set. So everyone, check out his channel. And moving forward, here in the front you can see that he's about to catch the robber. And here on the side you can see the two of them trying to talk things out. And here in the back, it looks like he's going to give him a free ride to jail. How nice. Anyway, I'll talk about this set in more detail coming up. Here are the minifigures, and first up is the forest policeman, who looks pretty cool. So cool that I'm probably not going to make fun of him. And here he is all around. He is, however, the only forest policeman with this particular head, so in a way he's unique, even though the head and the uniform are pretty common in other city sets. And next we have the robber, who is not so lucky, because he looks like he just escaped from jail and he got caught again. And here he is all around, pretty plain. And as you can see, he looks a little bit crazy, which is what can happen to you once you get a taste of freedom and then you get caught again. So it kind of sucks for him. Next we'll take a look at the barrier, because you get to build this next, and here it is all around. It's pretty simple. And there's the view of the bottom. And the obvious playing feature here is that you can lift the barrier up and down. And as you can see, any vehicles that are wider than 8 studs are not going to make it across. And over here we have a bear sign, in which you get to put this sticker over there to warn you to be careful about the bears here and to protect your food and your young. Anyway, what's really cool about this barrier is that you can lift the ramps up like this, and now it looks like a really cool barricade. How awesome is that? That is until someone decides to walk around it, and then you're like, crap. And finally, we'll take a look at the patrol car, which is a really cool design. And here's the view from the side, and we get a sticker right there that says police, and another one for the hood and the other side. And here's the view from the front. It looks like over here we have another flashlight. I'm guessing the headlights aren't enough. Here's the view of the back, which looks really cool. There's the bottom, and there's the top. And we'll just rip this off, just slide in our minifigures in there, and we got enough space for both of them. So we'll slide the forest policeman up front in the first 4 studs, and we'll slide in the robber in the back and just have him lean back and relax. After all, it'll be a long time until he gets to ride in a car again after they throw him into the slammer. Now the only thing weird about this is that there's really nothing in between the policeman and the robber, so what's to stop the robber from kicking him in the butt? Or maybe not as bad, maybe wipe his feet on his behind. After all, this guy's so cool it probably makes him sick. So I thought that was a little strange, so maybe you can have some fun with that if you like. And otherwise, looks like a pretty cool patrol car. And there we go. And now we can move on to the recommendations. Overall, I'd say it's a pretty decent set. When it comes to the value, I'm going to have to say that it's actually fair, even though the price per piece ratio is about 12.4 cents a piece. And the reason why I say that is because when you look at the parts, you're getting about 10 to almost $14 worth of parts here, not including the minifigures. And since this retails for 12, it's like right there in the middle. So yeah, I'd say fair. Even though usually you want a set that's always in your favor, of course, where you're always getting more value of bricks than what you're paying for. But when it comes to play value, I think it's pretty good. Even though I'm not too happy about paying 12 bucks for a patrol car. I mean, I think the set can totally do it without the barrier. But if you do feel like getting multiple patrol cars, you can make yourself a little bridge with all the barriers that are left over. In fact, give me a second, let me just change this up a bit. And you might end up with something that looks like this. Although honestly, I don't really recommend these as supports for a bridge, because it's not that stable. But if you have a bunch of these put together, then it'll be much stronger. And with some of your own parts, you can definitely replace the pillars and maybe make some railing. Up to you, just hook them all up together, and it might look pretty cool. It's not a bad idea. So in the end, I do think this is a pretty cool set. I do like the fact that we get a forest policeman and a robber, and they both fit in the patrol car. So yep, it's definitely a worthwhile set to get, and that sums up my review. Hope you guys enjoyed the show, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching.